Look what we got. It has just arrived. This is not the middle of the night, like I so often do videos, because I had to be home to sign for a package anyway. And we just got this. And I'll tell you, the weather cannot decide if it's snowing or raining, and somehow it's doing both at the same time. But, so, we're doing a hyper unboxing today, because people just like when I have some kind of substance in my body when I open up this box. And if you are not good with Rays, if you have not tried Rays energy drinks, they're good. I've talked about them before. These things work. So anyway, let me take a big old chug, okay? Very nice. Thanks to Steve, the awesomeness man. We've got Battlbox, March 2022. Another dyed scale. I thought it was sacrilegious to do the Blade HQ exclusive Jade, but the hell with it. I did it. I did it, and it's done, and I can't undo it. I mean, I could, but I ain't gonna. So, please set all phones to silent, and that is really just like for me. So many times does my stupid phone go off? So, Pro Plus, March. I have seen 0 spoilers. I somehow made it 0 spoilers for this one, which is awesome. Oh. Ready? Is this a fucking Battlebox t-shirt? Because I will shit in this box. I guess I am shitting in this box. And it's a tank top. I have to shit in this box. Do you guys want to watch it happen? Or will you just trust me that I'm going to shit in this box later? I'm going to shit in this box. Alright. Let's get some stuff out. I'm trying not to see anything, because I don't want to see anything. We do give them props for getting me that missing item last month. That was cool, you know. But, I wonder what they're going to value their own ridiculous frickin' shirt at. What's it going to be? And if this is the knife of the month, I'm actually going to be a little upset. Not like I'm not going to be a little upset, but, alright. Sorry, that won't happen again. Like, in my life, that won't happen again. Let's get another drink. Now, I have hopes. I have hopes and I have dreams. Because the rumor mill was that March is when new ownership and leadership takes over. So, we could be seeing from this point on a potential for better stuff in this box. Although this does not bode well. But, let me look for the card. Here's the, wow, oh my god, Mission 85, that is fucking crazy, because I bought my first battle box when they were on mission number 6. Wow. Let's see. This even seems like it's written differently, I'm just saying. It does. So, let's see. So, just a real quick rundown, if you're not familiar, as always, Battlebox, 4 levels, Basic, Advanced, Pro, and Pro Plus. Yeah, this is the Pro Plus item of the month. I don't know. Keep an open mind. So, every level builds on the previous one. And if you get the Pro box, for example, you get the Advanced and the Basic. If you get the Pro Plus, you get everything. You get the Advanced, you get... So, all right. So, we're going to go item by item. And you know what? Hold on a second. I think I see a beautiful change for Bat. Oh, my God. The shirt, it's not an item. It's free. Oh my god. Things could be turning around. Okay, listen, guys. All right. Do you hear the excitement in my voice? It's either the energy drink or it's something. All right. I'm happy. I'm happy. So let's start with item numero 10. I speak perfect fluent Spanish. I grew up in New York City. I'm a product of the New York City public school system. I actually went to a nerdy special. Never mind. So item number 1, storm safety whistle. Now, I don't know. This is, for the supposed to be better, boxes. This looks very O'Reilly Auto Parts. I mean, I'm telling, it's just what it looks like, but made in the USA, so that's cool. I'm gonna open this thing up. $6.50. It's light. It looks like something Dr. Seuss would invent in one of his books, but this rascal will 100% get someone's attention. Okay. We're gonna give it a little toot, just a little toot. Oh my jeez, holy shit! Yeah, okay. Wow. It's a good thing I already have tinnitus, because I might have. Wow. Okay. That was just a tiny little toot. Well, if you were looking for, what? Finally, I think this is the truth in advertising. It works underwater. Oh, I wish I was underwater to try this out. I'm not videoing underwater, sorry. But you know what? So, sorry, I'm babbling, because this is energy. $6.50, and if you're looking for an actual, we've seen so many whistles that are, so flimsy and pansy. This thing, wow, this thing actually worked. No ball or anything in there. It's just, I guess, all the design of the thing. Cool. You know what? I talked some shit at first, and it does look like a weird Dr. Seuss creature, but that was loud. Actually, I mean, literally, it hurt my ear when I did just a little bit. So if you need an emergency signaling device, $6.50, I might order some of these. I might find them and order them, because they're good to put around play. That'll work. Okay, cool. Oh my god, first item out of the box. We like it. All right, compact provisions. Let's look for this. Wow, this is heavy. Emergency food, PB5s. Did you guys know that Chernobyl, the monitoring people have lost contact with the radiation monitoring setup at Chernobyl, and the power plant itself has lost power to the cooling system that keeps all the spent fuel rods cool? And yeah, so this stuff might be important. Anyway, so is this just a big old fuel block? Let's see. So this is $14.99. So what this is? Is this ramen? Can you make ramen out of this? Because that would be cool. I don't know what they're trying to say. It says eat or what? Or you mix it in soup? Is that really? I mean, eat or mix it in soup, because it says ready to eat, no cooking or water required, but or make ramen. I'm not sure. One box feeds one adult for 1 day. Where's information? There we go. 9 servings per box. Serving size 1 bar. So 1 bar is 265 calories. Contains wheat and soy. May contain traces of milk. Like they don't know if there's milk in it? Okay, what else? But no, this is a heavy thing. Now, I'm going to open this up again, too, because we can always tape this shut, and I'm sure that each bar is individually wrapped. I'm just curious. Oh, the whole thing is... It's like... So each bar in there is okay. I'm gonna leave this. This is vacuum sealed good. This will. What is the shelf life on this guy? So this is good till 2026. So it's about a 5-year shelf life. Cool. And at 7:44 in the morning. Wow. I'm sure this does not taste great. And it reminds me of the old MRE oatmeal cookie bar, and only the real old school soldiers and stuff know about the old MRE oatmeal cookie bar, the compressed sand. That's what this thing reminds me of. But you know what? This will, my one complaint about it, and guys, come on, you know I'm gonna bitch about something. It is very heavy. So, you know, it's great to have a food source like this that you can just put in your mouth and eat. I mean, because what do I always bitch about with, like, the food packets is that you gotta have a water source to cook it. So I like this because you don't need that. You can just eat it. But this is a heavy kind of thing. Hold on a second. Hold on. 1 pound, almost a pound and 3 ounces. Now, if you've got like a shelter set up, sure, it's gonna sit on a shelf. But I'm just saying, if you've got your like a bug out bag or a go bag, and what is there a difference? Yeah, there is, but whatever. We don't get into that now. But like this is a pound of weight. Now, if one box feeds one adult for a day, and you've got a standard 72-hour bag, that's 3 pounds of weight. And yes, you will be eating it as you go, but still. So I'm not complaining, guys. Don't get me wrong. I like to bitch and moan and complain and find the fault in everything because it's what I do. But I'm just prepared. I'm just saying, you may need to trade off some weight if you're going to be mobile and have this. I think it's great because it needs no water. You can just open it and eat it. I have no idea what this thing tastes like, and I'm not gonna mess with it. I want to send it to Steve, usable. But I think this is so much better than putting like a, chicken noodle casserole dehydrated, have to boil it, kind of thing in there. Cool. And I don't know why it only has a 5-year shelf life, but I could get behind this. So you know what? I'm probably going to put this in, it said it right there. God damn it. It said it right there. Sorry, one more thing. So, almost 2,400 calories per day. You could stretch this box out to 2 days. I'm saying you could. In survival school and everything, we ate much less than that many calories per day, and we survived. So this box, you could stretch this out to like 2 days per adult. Anyway, I'm tempted to like this too. So, look at that. Sweet. Moving on, Harlow Road Candle. Who is Harlow Road? What is Harlow Road? Perfect for hiking, camping, and hunting. It's a $16 candle, and this is not very big. This better be one hell of a good candle. There are many Citronella. Oh, it's Citronella. Okay. Harlow Road candles are made. So it's an anti-bug candle. I wish I had my Pride bar on me right now, but I don't. But I got this thing. It's funny. It smells like it smells just like Citronella. So is this not Citronella? Is this something else? 4-ounce soy bug repellent candle, Citronella essential oils. Okay. Hand poured in Oregon, USA. All right. So this is one that I'm going to be like, You can even apply the melted soy wax directly to your skin as a mosquito repellent. I don't know if I want to pour melted soy wax on my skin. It's $16. Another made in the USA product, which is great. I love it, but $16 for a candle, there are other solutions. I'm not saying it works or it doesn't work. Look at this though. That's so cool. You've got a match striking face on the inside. That is cool. That is cool. I like that. My one thing about this is that it is cost prohibitive and a little bit bulky. Now, this is obviously, we've been arguing for a long time that Battlebox is moving to more of a camping kind of box than a survival box. They are. and they're kind of balancing out. But again, kind of a bulky, bulky thing. I have said in some videos before that they taught us back in the Army days when MREs used to come with a book of matches. You cut the sulfur match head off. You swallow a couple of those match heads. It won't hurt you. It won't. But that was a great, because the sulfur is just enough that it comes out in your sweat. Bugs can smell it. Don't want anything to do with you, but people can't smell it. That's a great insect repellent. Just saying. I don't know about this. This one I'm going to put in meh. It's just a $16 thing like this. Which is, it's, I think, and you're paying for all of the all natural blah blah blah. I have no problem. I mean, if it's gonna smell like citronella anyway, you can get a little coil for like $1. Whatever. I'm gonna leave it at that. So now, wait a minute. Is this a separate thing? All right. So now we've got, what is this? So now we've got still in the basic box, last item in the basic box, My Medic Billy Band Bundle. So, what the hell is this? So this is $25 for this thing. My Medic makes some good gear. I've had some pretty good gear from My Medic. I think I'm seeing, if I'm understanding this right, I kind of get it. So we're gonna look at this in a little bit, but all right. So the way that this would work, this bundle here, and this is to provide you with rapid access to stuff. Now they mentioned tourniquets. Okay, now you notice this is exactly the size of Pal's webbing / Molly, and why do I always make that differentiation? Is that a word? It is now. I'll put a little linky thing up here so you can check out my awesome video about U.S. military equipment and why I always say Pal's webbing versus Molly gear and what the difference is. If you're interested, it's a pretty good video, if I do say so myself. But so it fits into the Pal's webbing for your Molly compatible stuff. All right. Come on. Once it's in, there we go. So then, and then you can put stuff like, do I have something that's long enough? Well, this is a little short for this one. I should have used another one. Oh, well, that's not gonna, yeah. But so like, imagine I used a shorter one because I used the long one. But then you can put like stuff like this on the outside. Like, you can put your tourniquet, a flashlight, or whatever is essential equipment for you out in the field, I guess. I've never used these. I mean, I could see the utility in them. This is a halfling. This is the tight end. Oh, you get two tight ends and 2 tight end halflings. $25. I don't. If you're slightly creative and you have access to a sewing machine, you could probably make these. I'm just saying. Designed by a Special Operations Medic and combat proven by Special Forces A teams. I would need to mess with these a little bit more to see how often I would use these things. Oh, I get it too. Okay, so. Oh, I'm sorry. So listen. So this is the Billy Band. This is the Billy Band tight end. See how it's got like a shorter loop, and then this is the halfling, and this is the halfling tight end. So you do get a little assortment, but still $25. I think it's a little much. I just think the price is a little much. I can see how these would be useful to some people. I can see the utility value in them. I personally, my opinion, I'm gonna put these ones in meh. Just because, I don't know. I have other things that I like. I mean, I have a tourniquet pouch that protects my tourniquet like that. Rapid access, but it also means that my stuff is not fully exposed to everything rubbing against it and bashing into it and everything. I'm just saying, I like it, I get it, I'm not 100% behind it, so meh. Time for another chug. So that's everything in the basic box. And you know what? Notice there's nothing in the don't like it pile, and the stuff I put in the meh pile is really based on the price. Not based on the quality of any item, not based on it not working or being stupid. It's just, I think, price prohibitive for what you're getting. That's it. And that's cool, because that's a little, that's, I mean, this whistle's, all right, I'm not going to do I'll do the wrap up later, but these are just here because I think that, you know, the listed prices are a little, I don't know. It's too much for what you're getting, I think, but decent items though. I'm very happy. So let's look at the advanced box. The Lucy Pro Outdoor 2.0, and I lost it. No, I didn't. There we go. I really like these inflatable lights. I don't know if I like this one very much, but like I like the hybrid lights and stuff. The kids, the boys, love these. When they were still of bath age and not of shower age, they would take these inflatable type lights into the bath and just have a great time. This is a little different than hybrid lights. I'm thinking of something else, not hybrid. I don't know, but they have like their opaque, which actually makes for a really nice lamp when the lights are on, because it kind of lights the whole thing up. Being clear, I don't know if that is as good, honestly, as opaque, but we're gonna find out. But these are cool because they float. I like things that float. This is not. There we go. These kind of inflatable like lamps are actually pretty cool though. This one's really packaged down. So see these things, so they can. This is. Do these rotate around, or are they just a pain in the ass right now? It looks like they should rotate around, but they don't. I don't understand. There we go. So it makes a handle. Anyway, let's blow this thing up so you can see. And we'll do it in real time so you can see how long it takes. This is an awkward inflation deal right here, but still. Oh, and it's got the valve in there that holds it. Nice. I love it. So it doesn't just like deflate as soon as you move your mouth. So I am a fan of these kinds of things. This plastic seems a little thinner than some of the other ones that I like. But, so we have solar panel for charging. And then you can charge other stuff through here. So we have not only the light, and let's turn it on. Let's turn some lights off over here. Now it is daylight, so it's not going to get too dark, but it's decent. But again, if this was opaque instead of clear, I think it would make a better lantern effect. Just the way it diffuses light and kind of holds on to it. But this isn't bad. Could be better. Could be better. $44.95, I think, is entirely too much for one of these, though. I know that you can get these things. Now, of course, remember, that's MSRP. But the cool thing is they float. This actually is, you know, if you can, so if you put this together and you snap and then you hang it up, it makes a good lantern hanging style better than it does. You know, the ones that are, I can't remember. I'm going to put it in text, the name of the other ones. I think they're hybrid light, but I can't remember exactly. But the ones that are opaque and hold the light better, you can put right down on a desk or something, and it makes like. But these, you know, you can hang this up This is like right next to the camera, and it'll make good light. But you could also use this as a little modified spotlight. But anyway, the point is, I like these things. They inflate and float, and I like that it gives you a little power bank, and this one is definitely waterproof. Okay. Lets you know how much power you have going on. I don't know how good the solar charging on it is, to tell you the truth. A lot of the ones that have the solar panels take quite a bit to charge. But Battlbox actually gave me the first of the inflatable, the ones that I really like. I think it was the blackout box I really liked. This one, again, I think $44.95 is quite a bit more than you need to pay for something like this. So that's why this also I'm gonna put in meh, just because I think you can get them a lot cheaper than that. But in concept, I like the item, and I like that I have not seen this in a long time. Why does it come with this? I'm just saying. This is like, anyway, can you charge it with that? Well, there's no manual with it. I don't know. 150 lumens though, lasts 50 hours on a single charge. I don't know if you can. I don't know, but yeah, it would go and like it if it was more, if the price was more in tune with what you should pay for it. But again, Battlbox, they always put MSRP. If it was just based on functionality and the thing itself, I'd put it in like it. I would. So should I do that? Well, you guys tell me. Comment on this video. In the future, should I put the items in like it, man, whatever, based only on the functionality of the thing, or should I still consider the price that they're listing in my decision? Let me know what you think. So now going into the Pro Box. First of all, OD green gear always gets my vote. Oh, the glory of OD green. So this could have come in red, black, coyote, orange, or green. I like OD green because that is my preferred gear choice. If I can't get OD green, coyote, because coyote's a good all-purpose color and it dyes easily. So like I said, my Medic makes some pretty good kits. Not everything's a winner, but they make some good ones. And this is, I want to point out specifically, they say it's a trauma first aid kit. So I like that, and that focuses on what we should see in it. Trauma. Trauma is different than a trauma first aid kit is. They're two different things. Trauma is a significant injury to the body. Trauma is something that causes damage in a medical term. Now, trauma also is a psychological term, but that's not what we're talking about. Now, you guys know how I get with medical stuff, and you guys know I like to be very careful so I'm not instructing medicine on these videos, and I've explained why. But my Medic also makes some of the really great medical pouches. So let's start and take a look at this one. Now, number one, Molly compatible with PALS webbing. Okay, this has a breakaway backing, so that's pretty cool, because what this does is it means you can secure this to your gear, and then when you need to just grab the Medic stuff, it just comes right off. And that is not a feature you see with every medical pouch. A lot of them, it's still attached. You got to take the whole thing off. This is great because this lets you secure it to the gear, but then when you need to, if it's on your plate carrier, on your pack, on a vest, whatever, you can actually then take the whole thing off, which is good because then you can lay it down and get access to it. This stitching looks pretty good. And of course, it's not just held on by Velcro, it then secures, so it's held on really good. You've got a couple pieces of webbing on either side to add more, which is nice. You've got Velcro all around. You can add some more stuff if that's what you're into. And then, of course, you've got, well, it's red, which, with a cross, it's interesting that it's a red tab with a black cross. But anyway, you've got multiple indications for anybody that you're out with who doesn't know, you know, your particular gear setup, that this potentially holds medical equipment, which is awesome. Awesome to the max, man. You might not necessarily be the one that's going to access your medical gear, especially if you're the casualty. So indications like this that other people know this is where to find the stop the bleeding stuff, that's really good. Very heavyweight nylon, which I really like. I was not expecting that, to tell you the truth. I guess this is just a patch panel. Oh, and it's got a little pocket in there too. I have no idea specifically what this is for, but okay. That's cool. And then this is, if you see this rectangular, this is a nameplate size patch that you can put whatever on. And then you got this guy. I don't, that's cool. It's just a cool feature. I like it. Whatevs. Let's get into the actual... Ooh, these are nice zippers. Metal zippers. And you see the zippers are kind of protected. And it's made in a way that they're not gonna snag. Okay. I might replace these zipper pulls, if it was mine anyway, with something else, but... And then Velcro. And does it lay flat? It does! Oh, one of my favorite features for any medical... I love this pouch. Look at the weatherproofing on it. And then inside... I'm not sure what this is for specifically, but it's like the other side of that. I quite honestly, unless it's... No. Oh... Wow, the thought that went into this pouch is great. I love this pouch. It's not very big. It is for essential supplies only, but the pouch itself is great. So you've got that weatherproofing on there, which is just phenomenal. Like I said, heavyweight nylon, and then even the internals here, not too heavy, but not too thin either. It really works out well. All right, so we've looked at the bag enough. It's a good bag. I like the bag. Let's start getting into the supplies. And as we go through it, you know, we mentioned trauma specifically. And keep in mind that medically, not psychological, but physical, the definition of trauma is a major injury to the body. And so in the medical world, we've got two different types of physical trauma. We've got blunt force trauma, where something impacts the body and causes damage. Typically, you know, like you're talking about, like, you know, a hit with blunt force trauma is like getting hit with a baseball bat, a car accident where you smash into the window, or something like that. That's blunt force. And then you've got penetrating trauma, and that is any time some kind of object breaks the integrity of the body itself. So that can be being stabbed, that can be being impaled on an object, that can be being cut by a knife. Anything like that. So those are just a couple examples. I mean, you know, we could go on and on and on. A lot of traumatic injuries, especially with blunt force trauma, are internal, that we can't see, we can't do much about. So a lot of the times when we look at these traumatic injury kits, they're really focused towards obviously treating the stuff that we obviously can do something about, which is bleeding and fracture management, stuff like that. So anyway, let's take a look at what we've got. So up here, we've got nitrile gloves. Nitrile is the new... Remember, they used to all be latex, but then all of a sudden they discovered that there's a thing called latex allergies. I've said this cool gee whiz fact before. Nitrile is a synthetic material. The human body cannot develop an allergy to a synthetic material because allergies are all based on enzymes and stuff. So, you know, rubber... latex is a rubber which comes from trees and stuff. You can be allergic to it. Can't be allergic to nitrile because there's no natural reaction organism, you know, or mechanism in the body. So nitrile gloves. Only one pair, it looks like. I would recommend adding more to this. And this is not This is, you know, not to protect your patient from any. This is to protect you from disgusting nastiness that your patient might have in their body that you don't know about. And not just blood, any kind of liquid. Any liquid at all. So anyway, we have here Super Wash. Wound wash and eye wash solution. What is this? Is this just boric acid? All right, that's a first for me. Wound and eye wash. You know, whatever happened to just saline? Okay, that's cool. I don't know. I like the fact that it's in a little squeezy bottle like this, because that can definitely help you if you need to irrigate an eye. Just squeeze it in there and stuff. But you know, medical science has advanced since the time I was still active in the, you know, EMS community. I'm not sure how this is different, or if you want to be squirting boric acid in the eye, but it says, okay, there we go. What's this? Oh, and then here's a My Medic 25% off code. That's cool. My Medic stuff can also be fairly expensive. What this is: emergency pressure bandage. Now I'm not going to open this up because we want to leave this stuff sterile. Now remember, and I've said this before too, the difference between a dressing and a bandage. A dressing goes directly onto a wound, so it can make contact with the actual part of the body that potentially is an open pathway for germs and stuff. So that absolutely needs to be sterile. A bandage, usually it goes and wraps over, so it secures dressings to the body. It can secure a splint, and a bandage also can have a dressing attached to it, but typically, you know, a bandage is not always a sterile, like an ace bandage, for example, is not always a sterile piece of equipment, because by nature it goes over a dressing. People don't always differentiate the two. I don't know if this comes with, you know, a dressing that's internal to the bandage itself. Some are, but it is vacuum sealed and it is sterile right now. Anywho, all that notwithstanding, the pressure bandage is great because direct pressure is one of the important things to stop bleeding. So it's nice to have that. Puts pressure on it, helps with that. What we got here? CPR shield. That's always good. If you're going to do CPR. I know CPR has changed a lot since the last time I actually had to do CPR, and I'm not even up on the current things, but I do know that if you're going to do mouth-to-mouth, I think they don't even do mouth-to-mouth anymore. Like, do they take it out? They put it back in? I don't know. You definitely do not want to put your mouth on some other individual's mouth. Well, there are plenty of individuals you might want to put your mouth on, but I'm just saying some stranger that you're going to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on. I have literally seen somebody get puked in the mouth. Ew, gross. So anyway, CPR face shields are good for that. Little tiny marker. Look how it wants to be a Sharpie, but it's not quite a Sharpie. But a little permanent marker for taking notes and stuff. This looks like emergency food, but it's not, just vacuum packed gauze. What's in here? Little trauma shears. I love the trauma shears. I talk about them all the time. Anyway, there we go. And oh, come on. What? Why are you stuck? Stop being stuck. Space blanket. Okay, interesting. I get it. So one of the things you're worried about with a trauma victim is them going into one of several types of shock. The most common being hypovolemic shock, where they lose blood. And internal bleeding, they can still go into hypovolemic shock. But so you want to make sure that the victim is kept warm and their body temperature is kept at a normal thing, because blood helps circulate heat throughout the body. Anyway, all sorts of stuff. So space blanket, one of the treatments for shock is to keep them warm. So that's where the space blanket comes in. It's okay. Not totally essential, but okay. And then finally, we've got the rat tourniquet. There's been a lot of back and forth on this in the last little bit. You remember when I got into like a big argument with somebody online, and then we had to do a follow-up video about it? There are a lot of tourniquets. I've used this one. It's good. It works. I do it a little bit differently than other people do it, apparently. But this one's kind of bulky. There are a lot of tourniquets. Tourniquet is great to stop profuse bleeding from an extremity. You know, when the old best thinking of the day used to be a tourniquet is the last resort, and now in a lot of cases, just because you can get somebody to the hospital so quick, some of the medical minds say slap that tourniquet on, like just get it on and transport it. I don't know. I'm not telling you how to do your medical care. We've got a tourniquet. So there's, you know, as trauma goes, there's some interesting things. I might put some other things in here, like a chest seal. I might put some more dressing related stuff. Like, I don't see any actual dressings, so any sterile. I mean, well, there's sterile gauze right here, but this is just one thing of stretched gauze. I would put some more actual gauze pads, some more gloves. There's some stuff I would add to this, and I would probably, again, since I have a separate tourniquet pouch, I might attach that to the side, take this out of here, and then that would leave me more internal space. But overall, my medic supplies are pretty good. I think the pouch, more than anything, is probably one of the top items in this thing. I lost the card. I want to know how much they're charging for this whole thing. $82.50. I don't know how much the pouch is factored into that price. I don't know. I really like the pouch. I really like the pouch. I think that you know, some of the supplies in here, like this, I don't know what the boric acid deal is, and I've said that 3 or 4 times already. It's interesting. It's a very interesting thing. I'm not going to get into it. I have critiqued a lot of first aid kits before. As trauma goes, I think there's, like I said, there's some things you can add. I think that there's a thing or two you don't necessarily need, but I love this pouch. And this is, I would buy just, you know, I'm sure they sell just the pouch. I would buy the pouch and load it with stuff myself that, you know, I would probably carry around. Now I got to remember how everything went in, which is why I was hesitant to take stuff out in the first place, because I have a terrible memory for stuff like that. But yeah, it's an interesting setup, and the truth is, I like it. I like it. And I often get very, you guys know, I get very nitpicky with the medical gear stuff. But really what I like most of all is this pouch. I think the pouch is super phenomenal. Pouchy pouch goes in. I like it. So there is just one thing left now, and it is I still call it the knife of the month, even though it is not a knife of the month. It is the hatchet of the month. So it is the Wooks. We're gonna call it Wooks or Wooks. I don't know. It is the Wooks Thunderbird Axe Signature Edition. Wooks, producer of exceptional accessories. It says exceptional for the outdoorsman, made in the USA and Italy. Specifically designed the Thunderbird for competitive throwing. Oh, that's good. So it's a competitive throwing axe. Well, that means jack rabbit to me. I don't care about that. What I do care about is that genuine Appalachian hickory, tempered carbon steel, 1045 carbon steel, which 1045 is pretty decent. I wonder if it's lacquer coated, you know, because 1045 will rust to shit if not cared for. And this, now, do you remember recently we saw the Gerber pack hatchet that had that very knife-like edge? This is much more of a durable, traditional hatchet edge. It's not sharp. I mean, it comes to a convex edge, which is what you need, which is, you know, better, you know, for wood splitting with this nice thick, you know, piece of stock, okay? Traditionally made with your wedge and ring in there to hold it on. So that's cool. It's available in blue, black, orange, and purple. Here are the different colors. You just get one at random. They make a big deal about this. You know, it has competitive requirements for the International Axe Throwing Federation, which, you know, cool. I'm more into, you know, how does it perform for axe stuff, but it is, like I said, it's snowing and raining at the same time right now, so I'm not going out to do anything. $79.99, which is, you know, pretty reasonable for a well-made axe. They do not say, again, they don't say, you know, made 100% in the USA. Made in the USA and Italy, so I don't know, you know, how much of what and where. I do like the kind of simple finish on it, though. Grind marks, and then I guess the paint is just decorative. You know what I mean? It's not protective or anything like that. But you can see where it was ground versus where it was cast, and it's got a nice balance. You can feel where you've got the leverage. I mean, I can't really do anything with it here because we're here, but if we get some decent weather this weekend, I can do a follow-up. And boy, I'd like some decent weather. Decent weather, you need to come on out. You know, I want Knife of the Month. That's the original Battlebox thing. I remember when they had the sticker that said the original Knife of the Month Club. I mean, this looks like a quality piece. It feels like a quality piece. There's no give. It feels nice in my hand and all, but I'll you know, reference again. I miss the days of the $150, $200 Knife of the Month. I don't know how I feel about an $80 throwing axe, and I say it's a throwing. I mean, okay, so it meets the requirements of the International Axe Throwing whatever agency. It doesn't mean you can't use it for actual axe stuff, hatchet stuff. But interesting little. I like that it's imperfect, because that tells me it's not just cookie cutter. You know, somebody hand put this to a grinder and made a little mistake, which I like, because it means that somebody hand put it to a grinder. The handle is pretty comfortable. It is nice and comfortable. I wonder what kind of paint this is. It's probably just wood black paint, but I'd guess an enamel of some kind. But I like it. I mean, I do like it. I would put it, and I like it. I don't love it, but it feels good. I definitely want to try more with it. You know, I want to take it outside and do stuff with it. This is not the time to do it, but we'll wedge it firmly between meh and like it for now. I just at least it's not a cheap piece of crap. At least it's not a Tecto, right? I mean, you know, it's a decent piece. We got that going for us. So, all right, so that's the box, guys. I personally do feel like it is a step up from what we've seen. As I sit here and I look at stuff, I'm starting to have, I don't know, the price tag on this is still way more than it needs to be. I've seen these things sold in Walmart and Target for much less. The candle, I'm still like $16 for this. I'd expect this to be in, remember that box, Nomadic, the hipster box? But still, okay. These, I would probably be willing to give a try. $25 still seems like a bit much to me. I love this bag. I see a lot of potential in this bag and all the features it has. The stuff that comes in it, okay, but I love this bag. I love it. This whistle is absolutely the loudest whistle I've ever heard in my life. It weighs nothing, bright orange. I looked at the packaging at first and I was like, I talked some shit about it, but I think, you know, it does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it does it better than just about any other whistle I tried, so I can't not like it. And then this stuff, like we already talked about, don't need anything extra, throw it in wherever you need it, and eat it. Great. And it does say, you know, like we talked about before, just to reiterate, one box feeds one adult for one day. if you need a full 2,400 calories. You know, there are a lot of people that can exist very comfortably on 1,500 calories a day. Maybe not very comfortably, but can exist, can subsist on 1,500 calories. And you could stretch this box out to like 2 days. You know, I recognize that 1,500 calories a day equals 3,000 calories, okay? But still, you know, in an emergency, when you don't have the luxury of whatever you want, you could stretch this into, you know, with conserving energy and strength and everything, you could easily stretch this one box into 2 days, if you had to, and 5-year shelf life, and you know, so that's I do like this, even though we talked about the weight factor and everything. What I didn't talk about before that I liked is I don't know if each bar is individually wrapped in here because I'm not unwrapping it, but I also do like the fact that if they are, you can take them apart and break them up and spread them around so that you don't have the bulk of the one thing. And even if they're not individually wrapped, it looks like they are, because if you look at this kind of shape, I tend to think these are the folds of individual wrapping on each one, which, you know, which is cool. But even if they're not, you can still take them out, put them in a Ziploc bag, you know, in your stuff, and so you don't even have to carry around this big bulky box. You can carry around individual or two at a time in different little Ziploc bags in your stuff, and so I like it. So there we go. I think this is a different. This reminds me of Battlebox of old a little bit. I think we're in transition, maybe, because remember we said that March was when the new leadership was supposed to take over. And if this is a sign of things getting better, I love it. We have to see what happens in April. But I think this is some good stuff. We need to be a little bit more realistic on the price. I get it, it's MSRP Battlebox. I know that's what people do, but you know, it is what it is. Hi, PETA. You waking up in your little box? PETA's in a box. So, all right, guys, what do you think? I want to know what everybody thinks. How do you feel? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot the tank top that will never be worn. By me, anyway. I mean, it's not my shirt, but this thing is so... You can see through the camouflage parts of it. This is definitely a summertime shirt only. I mean, I wouldn't be caught dead in this thing, personally. But you know what? It's a free shirt. It is not... I totally 100% respect the fact that they didn't stick this in and say, here's a $25 t-shirt as part of your box. They put it in there. If you want to wear it, you can. If you don't want to, great. But it is a free t-shirt. Why couldn't they just make it a t-shirt? Why did it have to be this thing? Anyway. It is so remarkably thin in these camouflage areas, though. Look, you can see right through it. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's like a humor. Maybe it's like a satire kind of shirt. But the point is, it's free. They're not claiming it as an item. That's the cool thing. That's the important thing. I feel like Battlebox 2-3 missions ago would tell you that's like a $50 shirt. $30, $25 shirt and claim it as an item in the box. And they're not doing that. Awesome. Awesome job, Battlebox. So what do you guys think of the March box of Mission 85? I am very pleasantly surprised. I had hopes. My hopes were mostly met. You know, if anybody ends up using this, please let me know how it goes. I'm going to mess with these just a little bit before I send this stuff on its way. But if anybody ends up using these, let me know what you think of them overall, you know, and stuff like that. But now I'm ready to hear your comments. I definitely want to know what you guys think. Are we in a good... Oh, by the way, there's a 20% off promo code for Wooks. There you go. QuestionsForDocP. I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel about this box. Good direction, bad direction. We're just hovering where we were before. Fill it in. Another big hats off to Steve, super guy, for providing the box for us to look at. Hopefully Steve's as happy with what he sees as I am and some other people are going to be. Awesome. So thanks, guys. Remember that you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.